Have you ever held a coin that seemed so ordinary at first glance, only to discover it carried layers of history, craftsmanship, and even a hint of mystery? Today, I'm excited to share with you the story behind the 1965 US. One penny, a coin many of us might overlook in our pockets, yet one that holds a fascinating narrative for the seasoned collector. This isn't just about copper and ink. It's about a piece of American history that has quietly journeyed through time, carrying with it the spirit of a transformative era in our nation's story. The year 1965 was a pivotal moment in America. While monumental events were unfolding in society and politics, the U.S. Mint was quietly perfecting its craft. The 1965 penny was part of the Lincoln Cent series, a design that has long resonated with collectors. On its obverse, you'll find the familiar and dignified portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of leadership and resilience. While the reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 that has since become iconic. What makes the 1965 penny particularly intriguing isn't merely its design, but also the subtle variations that arose from the different mints. Depending on whether a coin bears no mint mark, Philadelphia, a D for Denver, or an S for San Francisco, its rarity and desirability can shift significantly. Now, take a moment to look at this close-up footage of the coin's face. The crisp lines of Lincoln's profile and the intricate detailing of the memorial remind us that even the smallest elements can tell grand stories. Beyond its historical context, the 1965 penny has garnered attention for its key, identifying features that set it apart from its contemporaries. When you examine this coin, notice the precision in the portrait of Lincoln. Those finely chiseled lines and the subtle play of light and shadow are testaments to the skilled artistry of the era. The reverse, showcasing the Lincoln Memorial, might seem straightforward at first, but look closely and you'll spot the delicate details in the columns and the inscription, "In God We Trust," that circles the design. Some coins even display minute variations or errors, such as slight doubling or off-center strikes, that, while not immediately obvious, can elevate a particular specimen's value tremendously. It's in these small details that the coin reveals its hidden character and potential rarity, making a routine cent into a treasure for those with a discerning eye. The market value of the 1965 penny is a subject of keen interest among collectors. At first blush, you might dismiss a penny as something you find by the handful, but condition is everything. In circulated grades, these coins are common and hold little premium beyond their face value. However, when a 1965 penny is preserved in near-perfect condition, graded by professionals as MS65 or higher, the story changes dramatically. Over the years, auctions have seen standout specimens fetch several $1,000s, a testament to how a single error or flawless strike can turn a common coin into a prized investment. Market trends have shown a steady appreciation in value for coins from this era, particularly as collectors grow more interested in items that bridge the gap between everyday currency and historical artifacts. It's a fascinating reminder that sometimes the true value of an object isn't immediately apparent. It takes careful preservation, expert grading, and a bit of luck for a coin's worth to be fully recognized. There are plenty of interesting tidbits, and even a few myths that surround the 1965 penny. Many collectors have shared stories of unexpectedly discovering a high-grade specimen tucked away in an old jar or a forgotten drawer. Stories that almost feel like modern-day treasure hunts. There's even a bit of an urban legend among numismatists. Some believe that finding a 1965 penny in pristine condition can bring a stroke of good luck or signal a turning point in one's collecting career. While these tales might be more folklore than fact, they add an extra layer of charm to the coin. They serve as a reminder that behind every piece of metal lies a story, a connection to moments and memories that continue to inspire those who appreciate history in its tangible form. Of course, not all 1965 pennies are created equal. The difference between a coin that's been worn down by decades of circulation and one that has maintained its original luster can be enormous. Condition plays a critical role in determining a coin's value. A heavily circulated penny might only fetch a few extra cents for the collector, whereas a well-preserved, uncirculated example can command a premium. Factors such as strike quality, luster retention, and the clarity of key details are all meticulously evaluated by grading services. Even minor imperfections, a barely noticeable scratch, or a slight dent, can mean the difference between a coin that's simply a piece of history and one that's a genuine rarity. For collectors, it's always worth investing in a professional evaluation. Trusted grading services like PCGS or NGC can verify authenticity and provide an unbiased grade, ensuring that you know exactly what you're adding to your collection. When it comes to adding the 1965 penny to your collection, there are a few practical tips that can make all the difference. First and foremost, always ensure that any coin you're considering is authenticated by a reputable grading service. This not only confirms its condition, but also protects you from potential counterfeits or misidentified errors. Once you've secured your coin, proper storage is essential. I recommend using acid-free holders or capsules and keeping your collection in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight. Handling is another crucial aspect. Always hold your coins by the edges to avoid damaging the delicate surfaces. And if you're ever in doubt about the authenticity or condition of a particular specimen, don't hesitate to consult with fellow collectors or trusted experts. In the world of coin collecting, knowledge and community are invaluable assets. It's also worth comparing the 1965 penny to other coins from the Lincoln Cent series. While the design remains largely consistent from year to year, there are subtle differences that can make one year stand out over another. For example, the 1964 and 1966 pennies share many similarities with 1965 coin, but differences in mint marks, die variations, or even slight changes in the design elements can create confusion among collectors. Some might mistakenly identify a 1966 coin as a 1965 or vice versa if they don't scrutinize the details carefully. This is why familiarity with the minute nuances such as the spacing of the inscriptions or the exact details of the Lincoln Memorial is so important. Over time, as you grow more experienced, you'll develop a keener eye for these differences, ensuring that every coin in your collection is correctly identified and appreciated for its unique qualities. I still remember the first time I held a high-grade 1965 penny. There was something almost magnetic about it, a tangible connection to a bygone era that made me feel like I was holding a piece of history in my hand. It wasn't just the coin's intrinsic value or its potential as an investment, it was the story it told. As I examined the finely struck portrait of Lincoln and the subtle yet powerful design of the Lincoln Memorial, I realized that every coin carries with it a history of production, circulation, and personal memories of countless individuals. It's a reminder that even the most familiar objects can hold secrets waiting to be uncovered. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the 1,965 penny challenges you to look a little closer and appreciate the artistry and legacy embedded in each detail. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the 1965 penny. I hope this exploration has sparked your curiosity and perhaps even inspired you to re-examine the coins you already own. There's always something new to learn, a fresh detail to uncover, or a story waiting to be told in the world of numismatics. If you have any thoughts, experiences, or questions about the 1965 penny or any other coin in your collection, please share them in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories and insights. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and remember that sometimes history is right there in your pocket, waiting for you to discover its secrets.